I am not the ultimate fisherman, but I'm getting there. So the last time I had skipjack to use as bait, I managed to catch every big fish that would eat on the bottom that was not a blue catfish. So now that we finally got some, we'll see if I can add some blue catfish to our species list. I've come out to Lake Jordan in Elmore County, Alabama. It's a nice partly cloudy day, 55-degree water temps. The water is steadily rising as we're getting on into the spring. And so what I've done is I'm actually sitting right in front of the entrance to what's called Blackwell Slough. I've anchored down where the main river channel actually meets up with the creek channel that comes out of Blackwell Slough. So on top of having these two channels meet right here, we've also got this island over here, has this point that comes out and drops off into the meeting point of these two channels. So hopefully any fish that are coming in and out of Blackwell Slough, or if they're coming up onto this island over here to eat on some shad, they're gonna run across my bait first. Setup today is a 7-foot medium heavy rod, 4500 size spinning reel, 15-pound braided main line. On this one I've got a 6-ounce egg sinker, a bead to protect my knot. Main line is tied to a swivel, and that barrel swivel is then attached to a 30-pound monofilament leader, and then snailed at the end is what I think is a 9-aught circle hook. Great big old hook, 8-aught, 9-aught, something like that. And on this first setup, we're going to put my favorite part of the skipjack, a great big old headpiece. And all we're doing is essentially we're suspend fishing like you would with a bobber, but in this instance the bobber is going to be the entire kayak. We're going to drop it all the way down to the bottom. We are sitting in around 50 feet deep. All right, we hit bottom. I'm going to reel down on it and pick it up a couple times to make sure I get all the extra slack out of the line. Boom. Alright, so I've reeled down to the point to where my weight is on the bottom. I have tension on the line and the tip of my rod is now touching the water. So now when I pick this up and I set it in the rod holder, the distance from the water to the tip of my rod is now how high up that sinker is off the bottom. So if you know what the length of your leader line is, you can then judge where your actual bait and hook are sitting in the water column. My leader section was only like maybe 2 feet long, so with the rod now in the rod holder, that puts my bait just hovering off the bottom. And that's what you want. You want your bait to be within a couple feet of the bottom, but it doesn't necessarily have to be sitting on bottom. And so now all we do is we sit and wait until something comes and bites. In the meantime, I'm going to bait up this rod, and if you could go hit the subscribe button, and then we'll get to fishing. The second setup is using a different weight. I just got like this little bank sinker. It's like 2 ounces on here, and the reason for that is because I ran out of egg sinkers. There's no real other logic behind this. I'm just making do with what I've got. Little dink taps. He's gonna swim away with it too. Give me my bait back, baby fish. I don't want you. There we go. Took long enough, but I think we finally hooked up. And it's on the headpiece. Tighten this drag down a little bit. They don't feel super huge. He was stripping some drag though. There he is. There's our blue cat. I just gotta land him. Settle down. Ooh. Huh. My knot came undone. Woo. Kind of lucky I got him up here then. Alright, well, we'll have to fix that in a minute. We did it. Blue catfish. Finally get to add him to the species list. A little solid 10, 11 pounder. It'll do. I'll go ahead and let him go. Yay. Hold up. Alright. Thank you, blue cat. Go on about your business. Release my fish grips. And he's gone. Completely slimed up inside of my kayak. And the signs of catfishing success. Well, it's looking like only one fish today. I keep getting tapped specifically on this back rod, but it's definitely way too small to take in this great big old hook. But I wasn't interested in the small ones today. Yeah, you can see that right there. All them rib bones poking out, half the meat is gone. Dinks, little bitty fish, and they can have it. And I'll admit, I was hoping for something more than a 10 pounder, but at least we didn't waste the skipjack. We caught at least one fish on it, so that made it worth it. Once we start loading up on skipjack, we'll probably do a lot more catfishing. I just love to come out here, anchor down, and just enjoy the sun and the weather, and stressing over if the boats are gonna run me over as they speed across the lake. Yeah, we'll catch a bigger one next time. But until then, y'all have a good one.